Okay, so let's just start off by saying there is no way 100 men are taking down a full-size silverback gorilla. That's it. Controversy over. If you've been watching that online, it's everywhere. People are arguing both sides. I'm done with it. That's it. All right. Market update time, everybody. Here we go. You can email me, respond to this, and let me know your thoughts on that. But it's market update time, so let's get to it because there's a lot going on right now. I mean, if you're watching like the stock market the last couple of days, it's like up a little, it's now down a little, it's down a lot today, and now it's coming back. A lot of things happening. The GDP came out, it was negative, so that's not great news. But what's going on with the housing market right now? Well, there's a lot going on. So we are seeing a little bit of a tick up in the inventory. And that's basically due to the fact that, we're getting into springtime, we're having more homes come to the market, but we are seeing still a little bit of tick up in the pricing. I think we're up about 2.5 or 3% already this year, kind of year to date, on prices here in Orange County and definitely in the Fullerton area, North Orange County area. So we are seeing a little bit of movement, but what's happening though with this inventory, we are starting to see more days on market. So what does that mean? Well, we are seeing more buyers come in. We are seeing, not as many transactions being closed, but we are seeing more buyers come in. So what happens is you are having these properties that are now on the market now, instead of being on the market for 20 or 30 days, but maybe on the 40 or 50 or 60 days, and then suddenly 2 or 3 buyers jump on them at the same time. And so it's still driving the price. It's kind of a weird dynamic going on right now for sure, but couple stats I want you to know, because people have been asking me for a while, why has the market been doing what it's been doing now, for the last couple of years, the last 4 or 5 years? What's happening right now? Well, I broke down some stats for you guys. So about 40, just over 40% of all homeowners in the United States is a national number. About a little over 40% have like zero mortgage on their home, right? They own it outright. And then the remaining 60% is going to get kind of confusing, but a little over 70% of those 60% have an interest rate of less than 5%, right? And then about 55 or so percent of that 60% have an interest rate of less than 4%. And now here's the craziness. The people that were able to get those great rates, like right in 2020, 2021, before the interest rates started going crazy, about 20% of those, that 60% we talked about that has a mortgage, has less than a 3% rate on their home. And so that is kind of what's been strangling, the inventory out there. And so that's why we're not seeing as much come to the market, or haven't seen as much come to the market in the last 4 or 5 years. But we are starting to see a little bit of a shift. If you look at the rates down below, and I would say look at all the numbers down below, the rates are right there, sitting in the low to mid 6s still for a lot of people. And what did I say? If we're consistently in that range, people are going to start believing that this is kind of the market we're in, and they're going to let loose those listings, and the buyers are going to come out more, and we are going to see a little bit more of an active market. So you need to be keeping an eye on that. When those listings do come out, maybe they come out priced a little high. I'm always telling my buyers, don't be afraid to put an offer in, a little bit under that, or wherever you think you're comfortable. Let's see if we can get some movement going here, even in the first couple of weeks of a listing. Don't wait 30 to 60 days, and then suddenly, like I said, you have competition with 2 or 3 or 4 other buyers, and you're like, how did that just all of a sudden happen after 60 days on the market? So make sure you're getting on that right away. And for sellers, the key to this whole thing is prepping your home to make sure it looks almost perfect for the market. It doesn't always have to, but if you want to get top dollar on that house and get multiple offers on it, pricing is key, and making sure it is prepped so it looks great for the market at that price point you're in. So make sure you are doing that for your house. The other thing is, I'm seeing a lot of on my listings, buyers are coming in, they're excited, and suddenly they have to go get a pre-approval done. Do not wait to get your pre-approval. We've been talking about this for years, and people are still rolling in, looking at houses, not knowing what they're approved for, not knowing what payments are going to be, not knowing what they can do. Do not wait for your pre-approval. If you're a buyer right now and have a pre-approval, and it's been a couple months, make sure you're reaching out to that bank or your lender and saying, hey, can I update my pre-approval? Make sure it's ready to go. Because I've got one right now. We're in the middle of a kind of negotiations with an offer we have. and they're going back to the lender to see if the lender can do certain things, if they can move that offer around, and it's just they weren't prepared, so it's kind of delaying us. And now, again, we have 2 showings actually as we speak. I've got 2 showings going off that house with other realtors bringing their clients in. We have 2 showings back to back, and I had someone else come in that wants to write an offer too. So now that buyer who was all alone last week is now going to have competition potentially for 3 other buyers. So make sure that pre-approval is ready. Everything you need to know from your lender is all set up so you can get those offers and get them accepted. And again, for your listings, make sure you're prepped, you're ready to go, and you're coming in at the right price. You're not sitting out there for a long time. Okay? That's all I got for you today. Again, 100 men versus a silverback. No chance. Silverback teeth like this, massive hands, 450, 500 pounds. Not going to have it. They're taking them down, okay? 100 man against the real estate market. You guys got a shot. Get out there. Let's start finding you some homes, okay? I got to go. Agent B here to help when you're ready. I'll see ya.